Hello and welcome to our special edition of the AJA Sports Live show. This is Ace here joining you. Happy to be here as always. The date is March 16th. It is St. Patrick's Eve. We have a special show today for you guys because we are about to put our absolute instincts on the line. We are predicting the bracket for the NCAA tournament, and of which we have probably the least credibility ever. So we're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna probably laugh a little bit at ourselves too. What's going on, Jay? What's going on, Andrew?
How
What's
we
going
doing?
on?
I would even say you're understating it just a tad.
Doing real well over here as well. We don't have anybody watching right now, which is fine. We'll get people to just scurry on over. Usually we have our number one fan in the on the stream. Maybe they're taking a nap or something right now.
Lord Lizzie.
I know. Well, we have one person viewing, but I don't know.
What
if
up,
it's-
Elizabeth?
Oh, there she is. What's up, Elizabeth? Just wanted to mention real quick. You guys already know we are the AJA Sports Show. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Give us more followers, and we've been posting stuff pretty daily the last week of our existence. It feels like we've only been alive for a week. But yeah, you can find us there. On Twitter, we'll post memes and stuff and GIFs, and on Instagram, we'll post breaking news and maybe throw some polls at you and some of that good stuff. And not only that, but we want to hear from you guys. So obviously, you've heard us talk, and every time you skip 5 minutes in a video, you probably catch me just chatting away. So we want to hear you guys too. Let us know how you feel. It can be about sports. It can be about life. Okay, so we'll just hop into our show. Let's do this. So Andrew's going to be making the picks here for us, and Andrew, you want to zoom in a little bit on that on the West there for
We'll
us?
start with the West here. I want everyone to know I prepped for this tournament bracket picking by watching the How I Met Your Mother bracket when they're
Yes.
the bracket episode with
Great
Barney trying to
episode.
find the mystery girl.
Great episode.
Don't
So-
know how much it'll help me here, but let's give it a go.
So we have the two bottom teams right here. We kind of have to just choose one by proxy. So we'll just make it short and sweet here. Gonzaga will not lose in the first round.
Right.
They're playing Mount.
Probably not.
They're playing the winner of Appalachian State and Norfolk State Spartans. The Spartans went 16-7 this year, so not great. Yeah, I mean, we're just picking Gonzaga. We'll make that one pretty quick. No one has to.
Yeah. We don't need to wait on that one too much.
Okay, so we're going to Oklahoma next. Oklahoma. What do we think about Oklahoma? Oklahoma versus Missouri. Does anybody have any? I don't ever choose against someone bias here.
I just have a vested interest in Missouri, I guess, because the Chiefs are from Missouri, so no other real reason.
That's as good enough reason for me as well.
I don't like Blake Griffin, and Blake Griffin played for Oklahoma, so if you guys are on board with that, we could pick Missouri.
Wow.
So to give some praise to the two teams, I guess Oklahoma went 15-10 this year, 9-8 in the Big 12, so they went pretty much 500 in their conference. They probably could win this game, but we'll go with Missouri.
Nice.
Yeah, I chose Missouri.
I feel like we should have just gotten all the easy ones out of the way real quick, and then went from there. But okay,
Should we
so
do that? Yeah.
no, it's okay. So we have Creighton versus UC Santa Barbara. Creighton's the 5 seed. Santa Barbara has been making the tournament. I don't think every year, but they've had a few appearances in the last decade. Creighton went 20-8 this year. They from what I can tell have some defense issues, but I don't know. I feel like they're probably the team to beat. They shoot really well from
Yeah.
From some of my research. And Santa Barbara, I mean, I've been to UC Santa Barbara. The campus is nice. I have a couple of stories that I can't share that are
Party Town, USA, baby. That place gets wild, bro.
back when I was in high school. I visited Santa Barbara. But yeah, do you guys think Santa Barbara can pull off an upset here?
I do, and so does Jay Billis of ESPN. He thinks they can as well. Ja'Cory McLaughlin, the conference player of the year for UCSB, has gotten hot, as it's saying right here. So, as much as I love Creighton and the former Dougie McBuckets, Doug McDermott, I'll pick UCSB as an upset here. I like the 5-12 upsets.
Yeah, I mean they happen quite literally like 2 or 3 times a year. So.
I like the 5-12 upsets too, but
Santa Barbara went 22-4 this year. They were 13-3 in the Big West. They have a veteran team, so yeah, I mean you could see a veteran team pulling this off, just playing to a game plan. And Creighton's got a poor defense.
Lock it in UCSB.
Oh boy,
yes.
I chose Creighton, but I might be 2v1 here.
UCSB it is.
Okay, we're overrolling you, Jay. Sorry.
First one of the day. It's okay.
Democracy rules here. Okay, so Virginia versus Ohio.
Let's see. 4 seed versus a 13 seed. Tony Bennett and not the singer, the head coach of the Virginia Cavaliers. When they won the last national championship before, because last year was canceled, and they won it in 2019, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're trying to run it back because there was no March Madness last year. There's
a few people you just don't like pick against, right? Is Tony Bennett now one of those guys in the tournament, at least this early?
You don't pick against the ex champs this early.
I mean, Ohio's averaging 80 points a game. Look at that.
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, but Virginia plays great defense. They always play great defense.
They do. That's what they're known for. Opponents' points per game 60.
Virginia, like early in the season, got whipped by Gonzaga. That was probably.
I do remember that. Yeah.
So I mean, Gonzaga's your number one team, though. So that kind of demolition makes sense if you're playing the best team in the league,
right?
Of the not the league. Well, I guess it's the league.
Yeah. What did you say, Asa? What's the percentage of brackets that would be picking Gonzaga right now?
Well, there's gonna be some people going against this that want to zig instead of Gonzaga, but it's probably like less than 1% that will pick against them.
No, I meant like I think you said it was like 2v1 odds or something like that for Gonzaga to win.
Now. Yeah, Gonzaga is 2-1 favorites to win the whole thing.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we're going with Virginia there, right?
We're going with Virginia.
Virginia and Tony Bennett.
Absolutely.
We swear this will get a little bit more interesting as we go. USC went 22-7 this year. They got a young kid, Evan Mobley. I think there's their point guard, and he's been playing like fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I think USC should win this, but we don't know who exactly is going to come out of the bracket against them. But
Wichita State and Drake, two teams that have had like stretches of runs in the NCAA tournament that like have shown a lot of like Wichita State and I forget the coach's name, but they almost made a run of the title not too long ago, and then Drake University like back in the mid 2000s.
Wichita State's coach?
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Greg
Marshall.
He resigned.
He got fired. Yeah,
or resigned or whatever. Yeah, I think their coach this year was Isaac Brown to replace him.
Yeah, I agree with Elizabeth. USC was my favorite college team growing up. Obviously, there's someone here right underneath me who is a UCLA fan just because he likes to be different, I think. I don't really know. But when Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart are leading USC, everything was just USC when I was a kid. Going USC for me.
Yeah, I think we should go the Trojans.
USC.
Drake is missing. I think they're their veteran point guard or something. He went down with an injury. So
Right.
Well, according to ESPN, Wichita State and Drake have both done nothing this year. So
Yeah, right.
yeah,
they barely exist.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a bit of a toss up here.
So Eastern Eastern Washington is
Scouting report.
not a great team. Also, they went 16-7 this year. They did
Are we going
better-
against the blue blood? Right.
did
No,
bet-
I'm not
they did-
even.
They did better in the second half than the first half. But yeah, Kansas is gonna win.
Asa likes Cinderella stories, guys. Asa.
I do, and I'm not. I love Cinderella stories, and I won't pick Washington.
Eastern Washington. Interesting.
Eastern
All right,
Washington.
Oregon,
You know
VCU.
what I mean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Oregon and Oregon State are both in the bracket this year. The Oregon Ducks finished
20
20-6, 14-4 in the Pac-12. They had some COVID issues throughout the season. They have a balanced team. They have like 5 or 6 players that average double-digit points, like on any given night. And it's kind of weird. They start a lot of wing players. So everybody's way taller than us. Essentially, they're all 6'5". There's no point guards on the team. It's kind of weird. But I mean, like LeBron plays the point forward is a position now. But yeah, they play some good defense from what I read. And then they're going against VCU. I mean, I don't know if much about Virginia Commonwealth this year, but
I haven't really paid attention to them since Shaka Smart left them for Texas, but they remain a top 10 team in defensive efficiency. So take that for what you will. I'll probably go. Yeah,
they went 19-7
I would probably go to
this
Oregon
year.
here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really, I like VCU. Yeah,
Well, you like VCU?
Yeah, I mean,
10
I
year-
like when it
10
comes
years-
to the tournament. I'm with defense and people who can score. So they have a guy who's averaging almost 20 points in Nishan Highland. I'm so sorry if I messed that up. And then when you're a really good defensive team, I like back in when I was a kid, I remember Johnny Flynn and all these guys who just took over games. It really only takes one guy to at least get out and win a few games. And if you can play defense, it makes it even easier.
So this is the way that I look at it. They're a real good defensive team. So, Molakola, what a bunch of nationals. Am I right? He meant to say. Yeah. So, VCU plays really good when defensively. So if they play a high scoring team, then they can lose. So I mean, to look at it that way, Oregon does have a balanced team. So do you look at balance or do you look at possible defensive efficiency? I guess I have to split the vote, right?
You do.
Oh boy, Oregon.
0 for 2 for the Jays.
Oregon. Place
let's-
them there. Good
let's not-
3-point shooting can neutralize defenses.
Let's not even
Oregon has.
Let's not even talk about this next one. Grand Canyon all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh boy. I'm being.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Let's make a case
What are we
here.
doing
They have a good coach.
There's none.
They
There
went
is none.
They went 17-6 this year. They turned over the ball a lot. They were bad last year, so they played a lot better this year. They defend well. They rebound the ball well. They have some solid big men on the interior. So, okay. So these are some of the reasons why you should pick Grand Canyon. And also, 3 years ago, we saw a 16 seed beat a 1 seed. So come on, anything can happen, right, guys?
Yeah. You mentioned that Grand Canyon had a big man. Iowa's got a big man too. His name's Luca Garza. He averages 25 and 15. So I'm gonna put.
Yeah. Whoa. What team does Luca Garza play for? Pick that team. That's not as easy as that needs to go.
All right. We'll go to the next next area. So the East. So we have a
Going down to the East.
top seed Michigan. I think they went 20-4 this year. They started off undefeated. They had a COVID pause in their season as well. They did struggle coming back from that. So a couple of their losses happened because they were rusty after their COVID-19 breakout. They've been blown out a few times. They've turned over the ball quite a bit in some games to make them closer than they should. So maybe they're probably good enough. They're good enough to win this round, but maybe upset worthy if they face like a strong defensive team in some of the later rounds.
Mm-hmm. And they're missing their senior forward Isaiah Livers, who has a foot injury. He's not going to be there.
Okay, so
and then
Michigan.
So
Michigan. I will lock it in, fellas. Michigan is a good pick.
well, the Steph Curry effect. They shoot a lot of threes there. So, yeah. I mean, I think Texas Southern and who's MSM? I don't even know who MSM is.
I'm pretty sure it's Mount St. Mary's.
It's Mount St. Mary's. You're right.
It wasn't really worth the discussion. Sorry, guys. Good luck. Have fun in your consolation game.
Yeah.
So LSU St. Bonaventure.
LSU went 18-9 this year. They were not good in the first half, and then they started out 10-2, and then just kind of faltered from there. Yeah, I mean, their defense is terrible. They have some scorers on offense, but
yeah,
they do score a lot of points. So
they score a ton of points.
Yeah, I don't see okay, and then they're playing St. Bonaventure, so
right.
St. Bonaventure. Let's look at their. We could look at their offense real quick. What did St. Bonaventure do this year? 16-4. They didn't start playing until a few weeks into the season. Let's see. Reason to believe. They are a good defensive team. Okay. I mean, I'll just give this to LSU probably.
Good luck. Good luck with that. Yeah. LSU averages 82 points a game, which is
I want to find a reason to believe here, but
just for context, St. Bonaventure finished top 50 nationally adjusted offensive and defensive efficiency. So again, take that for what you will. LSU, it has a pure ball scorer in Cameron Thomas, so we'll probably go LSU here.
Here's a stat for you. They haven't made it past the first round since 1970 when they went to the Final Four.
Boom, roasted.
So yeah, we'll choose the favorite there.
Ooh, another upset potential here.
Oh,
Colorado Georgetown.
You're thinking upset for Colorado's like ranked like I think power ranked wise is like in the middle of the pack, so like a 5 seed might be like a little generous there. It might not be, but they went 22-8 this year. They didn't have much competition. I mean, the Pac-12 isn't like that stacked. They are the best free throw shooting team in the league. So if they can force their team, their opponents into foul trouble, they have a couple veteran guards on the team,
which is huge in the tournament. Huge.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
super underrated.
You got to be in that do or die situation to kind of know how that feels, and
I mean, experienced guard play and defense. Like I'm gonna say it the entire show today. That's literally the two things that are the biggest and most important. I wanted to go with the 12-5 upset here with Georgetown, but I just can't take the Hoyas when Colorado plays good defense and has two scorers that play in the guard position and are very good. So
I was gonna make a case for Georgetown because they have Patrick Ewing and they also and because I was gonna mention a guy named Mac McClung who's like a super like explosive player, but I forgot that he transferred to Texas Tech this past season. So we'll get to Mac McClung, but
they did have like a good finish to the season. So
they played pretty well.
Yeah.
But that's a trap.
The biggest tournament.
That's a trap. I think. I would still choose Colorado.
I think the journey ends here for Patrick Ewing and folks.
Colorado. Yeah.
Florida State.
And UNC Greensboro.
As far as the Seminoles going to get upset here, they got some depth, some experience on that team. Went 16-6 this year. They play in the ACC. They have
Now, I don't want people to get, I don't know, like, we're not picking a lot of upsets. Well, I mean, I'm not, at least. The guys who build the bracket get paid really well to do it. So a lot of people want to pick a ton of upsets. Every 12-5, it's like, throw it up there. No. No. There's a reason why they're the 12 seed, and there's a reason why the 5 seeds are the 5 seed. This is one of those reasons. This is one of those games. I'm going to pick Florida State. Yeah, I mean, UNCG hasn't played a single game versus a top 25 player. They're the 90th ranked BBI team, 89th. So, yeah, I'm just going to go with Florida State.
I'm with you.
All right.
BYU, the Cougars, 26 this year, 10-3 in the WCC.
They've lost to Gonzaga 3 times this year.
Well, they play against Gonzaga 3 times. You're gonna lose 3 times.
You play against Gonzaga 20 times, you're gonna lose 20 times. Goose egg.
I think they were like godlike efficient their last full season, but kind of come down to earth since then. They have Matt Harms, who's like 7'3", like playing for them in the middle. But yeah, I think they do have some. I think they do have some like fringe Elite 8, Sweet 16 potential, but I do see them winning this game. I don't know. Is there an upset?
Interesting little fact here. In the 2019 tournament, it was the first time since 2013 that the number 6 seeds won at least 3 of the 4 meetings against number 11s in a single tournament. So basically what I'm getting at here is, are the 12-5 upsets not really as prominent as the 11-6 upsets based on that? Maybe we should pick an upset here. Maybe we should go, I do like UCLA. You guys get to pick USC. I do like UCLA.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at it like this: like UCLA, and then who's the other team there? Is that Missouri? No, Michigan State.
I don't know. Michigan State, maybe.
Click on the.
Yeah, Michigan State.
It doesn't give me any. It doesn't give me any team updates or like team information or anything.
It's Michigan State.
It's Michigan State. Yeah, the Spartans are in it. I mean, you got to look at it like they won a game. They get to play another, so they do play that game with momentum. Yeah, let's call it an upset.
Oh gosh,
UCLA.
I'm going on the record. Do not agree. Do not agree. I would take the senior guard play from BYU.
Okay, look at that.
3. I am
look at that.
3.
We have an upset. Woo!
Yes.
Gimme. Oh boy. When BYU exits to the Elite 8, guys, just remember you heard it here first. Even though I have them losing to Texas in the next round.
That's probably what's going to happen, okay?
Yeah, probably.
Abilene Christian Wildcats.
Texas.
Versus Texas.
Yeah. Texas and Chaka Smart.
So that Abilene Christian went 23-4 in the Southland Conference. They played Texas Tech and Arkansas on the road. They lost those games. They're very handsy. They get a lot of turnovers. They probably let's see Texas. Does Texas produce turnovers? Do we know?
I don't.
We have a lot of teams from
a little bit on the.
We have a lot of teams from Texas coming.
There's a lot of people in Texas. A lot of schools in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Texas didn't finish the season strong, which is kind of a little troubling here.
And they won the conference first time in like 26 years. Boy Shaka. It's Texas, right? We're not gonna pick Abilene Christian.
Yeah, Texas. Right?
Okay.
Texas.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Okay.
No.
I tried.
Love you, Ace. It's not happening.
Yeah. Is that what was happening? He was trying to find a reason.
He was trying to. It's not happening.
We appreciate it. We Appreciate all the
whatever.
attempts there.
Okay, moving on.
UConn men's team in Maryland.
UConn has a men's team? What?
They
Yeah.
do.
Did you even know, or did what's his name?
I mean,
Gino
Kemba
Auriemma,
Walker,
I totally
Kemba
forgot.
Walker, Hasheem Thabeet. I mean, this is blasphemous. Like, what are we doing
One
here?
of the
We're forgetting
nastiest
names?
buzzer beaters. One of the nastiest buzzer beaters you
What are we
have
doing?
ever seen in NCAA tournament history was Kemba
Yeah.
with a little crossover on the elbow. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Speaking of him, I pick UConn. I don't pick against UConn very often. So
Yeah, they play the rim very well. They get a lot of second opportunities. They get a lot of blocks. They have James Bouknight. They had potential this year. I would go with Connecticut too.
UConn it is. All right, we got two more from the East, or one more from the East. Alabama and Iona.
Alabama
was good.
Arkansas. Okay, Alabama.
yeah,
Oh, we're just locking it in, Alabama.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah,
All right,
they can.
moving on.
They're one of the best defenses in the country. They're one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the country. That is going to get them far.
Yep.
All right, moving over to the South.
There's your take.
Okay. Well, we're not going to pick a 16 over a 1, right?
It's not happening. This is
Not
not
gonna
what
happen.
I'm Nope.
Elizabeth threw this in there, Texas. Okay, so what? We got Wisconsin versus North Carolina. What's their seeds there?
8 seed
9.
North Carolina versus the 9 seed Wisconsin. This is
That's
a
it.
good matchup.
This is a very good matchup. I like to pick Wisconsin when I fill out brackets.
Me too.
I do. I like Wisconsin. They seem
Good
to always.
defense.
Yeah.
Good defense, slow pace. They're always a team that's gonna slug it out. It's those corn-fed dudes in the Midwest, bro. You don't want any part of them. You gotta be super efficient if you're North Carolina. This is probably one of North Carolina's worst teams in the last 5 years. So yeah, I'd probably say.
In 2019, all the 9 seeds beat the 8 seeds.
Wow, look at you with
Nice.
the stats. That's
Wisconsin,
a good one.
it is.
Villanova.
All right, here comes who's this? Jay Wright, the head coach. of
Don't pick
Villanova?
against Villanova. You'll lose a lot of money doing it, especially this early.
I'm looking at my chops here. 23-1, 12 seed Winthrop. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is
They've had some fantastic success in March Madness. You got to pick Villanova here.
Yeah, I mean, Winthrop has super high pace, but good luck against Villanova's defense.
I don't necessarily think that they're going to make another solid run like they've had in the past, but another Texas team. I think that's Texas, right?
University of North Texas versus 4 seed Purdue, 13 seed UNT.
You know the North Texas mascot is the Mean Green. It's literally Mean Green.
Ooh, yeah. They're going to be green, all right, but they're going to be green in pity when they lose to Purdue here. So
Is that the color of pity nowadays? Is that what it is?
defeat, demoralization, all of those.
They played really well in their conference, so to speak. They went 9-5, but they held all their opponents in the conference to 57 points or fewer. They just couldn't score more than 57 points in some of those games.
Right.
So
College basketball, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
we'll give
don't
it.
even
To get to 60.
We'll give it to Purdue.
let the kids play a little bit, huh? You'll see some more scoring if the coaches weren't involved in every single little aspect.
If we're
You're not wrong.
gonna choose a Texas team, maybe Texas Tech right here.
This is the one. And why? Why is that, Andrew?
Because of Coach Chris Beard and
Yeah. No. Okay, McClung. Number 2.
Wait,
Chris
Matt McClung.
Matt McClung.
And also because Patty Mahomes is from this school.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's got something to do with it.
So they've made it to the Elite Eight, I think, 2 times in a row in this tournament. But yeah,
They've had a good run. They who was that guy? DeAndre Hunter was from Texas Tech. He was really good in the tournament back in 2018.
They were runner-ups. They were runner-ups in the in 2019. Forgot about that, but yeah, for a second there.
As if they had problems scoring. They're also like one of the top defensive scoring teams in the league. Like they turn turnovers into points more than almost anybody.
Put a lot of pressure on folks. Yeah. Okay,
right.
we know who we're picking. TTU. Yep. Texas. This is an older comment, but Texas. Oh, here's the Arkansas that I was singing about earlier.
Arkansas and Colgate
versus your local toothpaste company.
Right.
Arkansas is went 22-6 this year. They do a lot of things really well. They just don't do. They're just not like elite at anything. So I think like balance. I like to think about balanced teams. We can have them going a little deeper in this tournament because of that. They seem like a pretty safe spot to win here.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can push them to like the Final Four, but yeah, I definitely see them winning that game pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. All right, Arkansas locked it in. Moving on, Florida, Virginia Tech, 7 seed versus 10 seed.
Well, the Florida Gators are like kind of middle of the pack this year, for what it's worth.
Yeah, Virginia Tech
they both kind of are.
Virginia Tech had quite the conundrum at the end. Had 5 of their last 8 games canceled. 2 of those 3 were a loss. That is not the kind of momentum you want to be heading into the big dance with. I would go with the Gators.
They're kind of like my lunch. They're kind of in the middle of the pack. My 6-pack. So I would go Florida.
Florida. Darn. I was going to go Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ohio State and Oral Roberts. Redenbacher.
What we need to really ask ourselves here is not that will Oral Roberts Golden Eagles win? And the answer to that question is no.
No.
I mean, they have a win against Michigan. They have a win against Iowa. They have a win against Purdue. They have a win against Wisconsin. They have a win against Michigan State. They have a win against Maryland. Yeah, Ohio State's going to be
they
winning that ball game.
Again, they're a 2 seed for a reason, people. Yeah. They are a 2 seed for a reason. Do not overthink it.
Yeah, and again, we're looking at the same thing here. The Dragons of Drexel.
Moving forward.
We're moving forward.
Moving on.
Illinois.
Drexel did have like a 6 seed a couple years ago, I think, but yeah, we're moving on. Drexel's not going to win.
They're going to prove us wrong. Watch.
Oh, you want to talk about darlings of the tourney? Look no further, baby.
What?
You know who?
Loyola
Chicago, baby. Come on now.
16-2 in conference play. See, they have wins against Florida State.
What was that? Remember they had that
North Carolina. They beat Virginia Tech.
They had that nun like a few years ago.
They play really good defense too.
Mother Mary or something? I don't remember, but yeah, they're unbelievable defensively. 8-9 is a toss-up pretty much. I'll go with the 8 seed here.
Yeah, 3 years ago they made a run to the Final Four as a number 11 seed.
Not many people. Like I think this is a team that you can kind of underestimate too. Like a lot of people when they like try to build their brackets, they're like, let me choose an upset. This could be the upset team. This could be the team that pushes an Elite 8 easily. So, yeah.
Sister Jean. It was Sister Jean.
Let's make a case for Illinois in the next round. Okay, so got Tennessee versus Oregon State. This is the 10 versus 7.
5 versus 12.
5 versus 12.
Tennessee, Oregon State.
Oregon State's just not great. I mean,
no.
I'll just make the case.
They did win the Pac-12 tourney.
Okay.
They won the Pac-12 tourney. They're on a high.
Yeah,
they beat Colorado.
They beat those games. I think really close. They beat UCLA in overtime. Oregon almost came back on them. They almost choked that one, Andrew. And then Colorado shot a last second jumper to almost beat them. So to me that just, why would I believe in them when like they barely pulled out the wins to get them to that Pac-12 title.
College basketball is a crazy thing.
Tennessee's really good defensively. Oregon State has been inconsistent, to say the least, offensively. And Tennessee shoots free throws really well, which is, again, another really underrated thing in the tournament, shooting free throws. I mean, they're easy points if you can get up there and actually make them. So
we're moving on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Liberty Flames. They had an upset against the 5 seed. I think so. They were the 12 seed in 2019 against Mississippi State that tournament. Their boom or bust potential from you get that from most mid majors though. Like I think if they have an on game they can win, but I mean I'm not necessarily thinking that they're gonna beat Oklahoma.
This is where your boy Cade Cunningham,
Yeah,
Johnny, comes
this
in.
is what I was about to say. Here we go.
Cade Cunningham.
What team has Cade Cunningham?
Oklahoma State, yeah.
Pick
Oklahoma
them.
State.
Yeah, pick them.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to make a case for an upset, but I don't really see it myself.
Cade Cunningham is literally going to be the number one pick in the draft.
He's going to be the top pick in the draft, yeah.
Okay.
Literally gonna be the number one pick.
Real quick in the comments section, are we wrong? Would you have chosen anybody else, guys? Let us know.
Please.
We chose Texas, I think, right, for Elizabeth. So if you want us to choose someone, we'll choose them and we'll live by it. I mean,
we'll just go with it.
Let's see. We got four left. Elizabeth, just pick all of them. We're just gonna ask Elizabeth.
Okay, so we got SDSU and Syracuse. Just to put this on a really sad note, 3 people died in San Diego the other day. Like a car drove on the sidewalk and killed 3 people. Really sad.
I saw that, dude.
It was
everybody that was in that, dude.
I know that has nothing to do with the team. It was just really sad to hear about.
Yeah, seriously.
San
Diego State's top 10 defense.
Elizabeth's not coming in with the picks. So, should we just pick these later? Let her come in with the picks after. I'm going with San Diego State.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to believe in
whatever thought you had, Andrew. It's 2v1.
That's fine. I feel like fine if that's what it ends up being. Morehead State, West Virginia. Let's go.
West Virginia.
Morehead State is very bad.
Yeah.
They've lost by like 40 points a couple times this season. They started the season really poorly. They don't have momentum. They do have momentum. They finished the season really strong, but they play in the Ohio Valley Conference. So come on, yeah, beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Elizabeth said Syracuse. She wants to pick Syracuse. Did we get there yet?
Oh boy, yeah,
we did.
She wants to
San Diego State.
We told her Syracuse. She picked Syracuse.
Am I changing it?
We're changing it.
Syracuse.
West Virginia. She said Syracuse and West Virginia.
Oh God. Okay.
And ask her Clemson, Rutgers.
Okay. Well, who else, Elizabeth? You got Clemson and Elizabeth. Rutgers.
Please pick Rutgers.
Oh, are you going to be swayed by the plea from Jay over
Rutgers.
here? She says Clemson.
No.
Oh.
Rutgers beat Illinois.
Huge
they beat Illinois at 1 seed.
I might have to veto Lord Lizzie. You guys, I'm 0-3 so far. I need Rutgers to win against Clemson. All right.
You said Clemson.
Oh my gosh.
She has till the end of this bracket to change her mind.
Okay.
Elizabeth, change your mind to Rutgers, please.
2 seed Houston versus Cleveland State. 15 seed Cleveland State.
Let's go back to the West. By the way, everyone, if you didn't know, the March Madness bracket will be played in Indianapolis this year, just on different sites across the state of Indiana. Elizabeth put ha. You can change it. Just so for everybody at home to see, she said Syracuse, West Virginia, and Clemson. And Jay's not happy about Clemson.
I'm sorry. Rutgers is gonna win that game.
I don't know.
But she said you can change it if you want. So.
We didn't make a pick for Houston or
just
Cleveland
the one.
State.
Just Houston. We're gonna just go with Houston.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
We're not even gonna bother.
Let's go back to the West, right?
Yep, Michigan, LSU.
What do we think?
Tape?
Michigan, LSU. Yeah, I'll go with the 1 seed Michigan personally, but that's just me.
Oh boy.
LSU can score pretty handily, but they also suck at defense. So Michigan
allowing 75 points a game.
Oh, I'm not at the top. I'm at the bottom. I'm at the south.
You're at the bottom.
Or the east.
Okay.
I apologize. Oh well, we'll do east and the bottom first. Okay, Colorado, Florida State.
We barely snuck in Colorado in the first one. We were talking about an upset there.
That was a disagreement.
Florida State. You were Florida State. Florida State kind of plays hot or cold. So I mean,
They shoot the ball really well and they rebound the ball really well. And they protect the inside. So.
And they play a deep lineup. So like
Florida
if one person's off, another person can kind of come in. Elizabeth said she picks Houston. So she did say Cleveland and then changed her pick to Houston. Thank you, Elizabeth, for doing some further research. We really appreciate that. You did more research than we probably all did. FSU.
FSU.
Yes.
All right. Are we going Shaka Smart here?
So we chose UCLA as our 11 seed to make it. So this is like a football game. UCLA versus Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And just like in football, you pick Texas.
This is like the 5th Texas team in this bracket, but
there's a lot of Texas teams.
Texas is pretty good.
Yeah. I can't disagree with the football reference there. UCLA stinks in football. Get it together, guys. Come on, shape up.
Poor Andrew can't even defend them. That's how bad they are.
We haven't won more than 7 games since Brett Hundley was quarterback.
I agree. They are absolute cheeks. I agree.
Unbelievable. Kept Rick Neuheisel for 4 seasons too long.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say about UConn, and then you guys can decide. Their guy, Buck Knight, he can score like 40 a game. The rest of his team, not so much. But I mean, if this guy's going off, then I'll let him go off. So can one player carry the team?
They can, but not against a good team like Alabama.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Yeah. They got the SEC Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year, Herbert Jones, and the SEC Coach of the Year, Nate Oates.
So it's either you're just choosing Alabama versus the one player. It makes sense.
Now they're good at basketball, man. Get out of here, Alabama. I'm sick of you.
This was an asterisk season, so to speak.
A little bit.
Okay, so the Midwest. I want to pick Loyola College. I'm not that. So this is where my upset brain comes in. I just want to pick them. They're like a really balanced team, and Jay really fought for them.
Yeah. It ends here with Illinois, who's probably the 3rd best team in the country. So yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest here. I'm going with the upset.
Their defense.
No. This is blasphemy.
They have really good defensively. Okay.
You guys, there's no way.
They make second chance points happen, baby. And then against an Illinois team that is better ranked than you got to take advantage. Illinois come in here, they're like, yeah, it's a shortened season. All the pressure's on Illinois. So you go with the underdog, right? One underdog has to make it, Jay. Who else is going to lose? The 1 seeds. They have to lose one time. They're not all 4 1 seeds are going to split this title, Jay. One of them has to lose, bud. Come on.
They're losing like the
Loyola College. You got to pick them. You got to.
I might have to change my pick.
What? I made too good of an argument? I'm sorry, I'm screaming here.
No, apparently this guy from Illinois, Kofi Cockburn, is the closest thing that there is to Shaq in today's college game, and I don't know.
Way. There is no way.
Okay. Elite
Illinois in the round of 32.
They can score and they have an elite defense. What else do you want out of a number 9, right? Number 9 seed, number 8 seed versus a 1. They can score and they play defense. Don't
play Illinois. Don't play Illinois. That's what they can do to win. If they want to win, don't play Illinois. Just don't show up.
Whatever.
Okay, I'm going to change my pick, Ace, but I think Oklahoma State wins the next game and then upsets Illinois because of Cade Cunningham. So
okay, I'm gonna vote for Tennessee then, just to spite you. So whatever.
Okay, it's okay. Johnny and I are both voting for
I'm
Oklahoma State.
Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham.
I'm gonna. Okay, we'll move on.
Oh my God! All right, who we got next?
Syracuse, West Virginia.
So these are Elizabeth's picks. Should we let Elizabeth pick?
Yeah.
So Elizabeth, Syracuse versus West Virginia, and Clemson versus Houston. So you chose an upset to have Syracuse make it to the top 32. What do you think, Elizabeth? Syracuse is technically ranked in the bottom half of the league. They were really hot to end the season. Buddy Boeheim was averaging 23.3 points, shooting 46.3% behind the 3-point line. He shoots lethal free throws. I'm just trying to give you some reasons to maybe pick Syracuse here. They're playing a
Syracuse is
better
good free throw
team,
shooting
but
team apparently.
yeah.
A staple to be picked.
So Elizabeth says West Virginia. I couldn't make a good argument, and Houston. Well, that makes it easy. Thanks for speeding up the show, hon.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, here we go. We're down
let's
to
go.
we're down in these final 8 teams in the bottom region.
Let's just finish these teams out.
Yeah, and then we'll do the top. All right, Michigan, Florida State. Michigan. Okay, here we go. Texas, Alabama. Shaka Smart. He moving on to the Elite Eight here.
Nope.
Another football team matchup.
Oh yeah, it is a good matchup.
So who are we leaning here, huh?
We're gonna go with again. Alabama has the SEC Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and the Coach of the Year in the SEC. I think it's hard to pick against Alabama.
So they're having a real good season. Got it, Andrew. Yeah. Moving on. Alabama.
Okay.
Illinois. Better team, right?
Asa, have you seen Cade Cunningham play the game of basketball?
Yeah.
On my phone. I know you have. Because you like sports. And people who like sports like Cade Cunningham. And Johnny, what are we thinking?
Yeah, between Illinois and Oklahoma State, I'm gonna pick Illinois. Go figure. I'm gonna pick the 1 seed.
Oh, you're picking Illinois?
Yes.
Oh, you're not picking Cade Cunningham?
No, not this far.
Unbelievable.
Not this far.
Sorry, Drew. I told you in spite. I want to go for the underdog here, but Illinois.
I'm not picking Illinois to get out in the round.
Okay, ask Elizabeth, West Virginia or Houston. Jesus, man,
Houston.
What a debacle this has turned into.
Your future hometown, or your I don't know. You'll never visit West Virginia, Elizabeth. But
unless you have a reason to go visit Bob Huggins.
Are we going to Houston, by the way?
Just messing around. West Virginia, Arkansas, the Mountaineers, West Virginia.
Elizabeth's gonna pick.
They
Houston.
almost beat Gonzaga this year, which is to say Gonzaga had one night where they weren't spectacular. Elizabeth said Houston.
I knew it. Smart, perfect. Lord Lizzie.
Okay, right. So the Elite Eight.
Who's going to the Final Four?
Michigan, Alabama. Looks like you guys want to pick Alabama, so just pick Alabama already.
It's Alabama.
Okay. And Elizabeth's pick of Houston or Illinois.
Oh, God. Please pick Illinois.
Johnny, stop with the 1 seeds, man. Come on.
Just pick Illinois. They're the 1 seed for a reason, man. I mean, guys, we have to just not overthink some stuff. Houston's very good. Illinois is incredible. This is Lord Lizzie's pick, though, right?
Yeah, so I don't know, because we're not with her. We don't know her exact reasoning for picking Houston. Maybe she chose
Houston?
Because did she choose Houston? Is she picking Houston again?
Oh, I don't know. I thought that.
No, that was her last pick. She doesn't necessarily get the vote this time, though.
Oh, good. Okay, Illinois.
Okay, I'm cool with Illinois.
Thank you.
Sending a 1 seed to the Final Four. So we got 2 teams in the Final Four, Alabama and Illinois. Let's go back up to the West.
We got a 1 seed and it's 1 seed and a 2 seed. She said you guys picked this one. We got you. Okay, all Gonzaga. Right. Gonzaga next.
Lock it in. Santa Barbara versus Virginia.
You guys talked to get Santa Barbara in this one.
We did. I thought that was you.
That was you two.
Oh, I broke the tie, didn't I? I did break the tie, huh?
You broke the tie.
Who was the team? It was Creighton.
It was Creighton.
Yeah. Sorry, Creighton.
Virginia. It's Virginia.
Yeah, whatever. I'm with
Tony Bennett. USC and Kansas.
Now, I don't mind the USC upset here. I think they're actually very good. Just being honest.
Yeah, like we mentioned, Evan Mobley, their freshman, is like really good.
Yep.
They don't shoot free throws that well, but they also don't like turn over the ball. They don't get many turnovers. But I think it's Mobley or bust with this pick if you're choosing them for a reason. I could see them making the Sweet 16. Just choose USC.
I'm okay with USC. Kansas just had a COVID scare. They're gonna have some issues with that. Oregon and Iowa. Luka Garza, 7-footer or a good 3-point shooting team in Oregon.
Who does Luka Garza play for?
Yeah, I know he plays for Iowa.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Well,
Going
that was
back up the
quick.
ladder. Baylor and Wisconsin. You guys advocated for Wisconsin against North Carolina.
And I think Wisconsin's really good, and they have a chance to win if they weren't playing Baylor.
And
Yeah,
why do you
they're-
think that? Because of Baylor's 1 seed, Johnny?
Because they're the 1 seed and they shoot the 3-pointer really well. And yeah,
they would have been ranked number 1 if Gonzaga didn't have such an amazing season.
literally.
That's true. Villanova and Purdue.
We'll have to talk about them getting to the Final Four because they haven't done that in like 60 something years. But
Right.
Villanova or Purdue. I think Villanova will breeze through Winthrop. I think Purdue will also do the same. So we're looking at a game played where they both whipped on their opponents. I'll give it to Villanova just because they played better against top teams throughout the year. That'd just be my pick.
Yeah, I say
it's
Villanova.
technically an upset because it's a 5 versus 4, but that's where I would go.
And Villanova did have a big injury. That gentleman, what was his name again? I'm so sorry. I'm getting it right now. Colin Gillespie. Good 3-point shooter. Great facilitator. He's out. So that's going to be a little tough for Villanova, but I don't bet against Jay Wright very often.
So are we thinking the Texas Tech Red Raiders can pull off an upset?
Matt McClung, baby.
Mac McClung. That's what I'm going to go. Yeah, I'll
Super high pace. High pace.
Marcus Santos Silva and Mac McClung have started every game for them. They've beaten Texas, Oklahoma, LSU. Yeah, let's go Red Raiders.
I mean, Arkansas was hot coming in too. You know, they won 12 of their last 13. They
Arkansas
scoring, but
so I'm sorry. Who do the Red Raiders play again in the first round?
they played Utah State.
Utah State.
Okay, yeah, let's just go Texas Tech.
Texas Tech it is.
Ohio State v Florida. Another football matchup.
Yep. Yeah, I personally go with Ohio State. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I would go with Ohio State as well.
Ohio State grades out as elite in. So remember this for the next future rounds when we're voting on teams. Ohio State grades elite in both free throw percentage and turnover rate. So 2 things that are very necessary for college basketball teams. In the
Big for your boy.
Huge. They also they beat Illinois, Iowa, Maryland, Rutgers, and Wisconsin, and they play in the Big Ten, which is a very hard conference. So
there's literally no shot Gonzaga doesn't make the national championship for us, right, guys? Like,
I feel
Gonzaga.
I mean, I'm not trying to get. I mean, we're not on a time limit or anything, but I mean, Gonzaga is literally amazing. So
yeah, I would agree. Gonzaga to the next round.
Right.
You got to look at it like this: like Gonzaga is literally 2-1 favorite. So they were 26-0 this year. They won every conference game, obviously. Like,
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Their backcourt's unbelievable. Corey Kispert made first team All NCAA, and their freshman phenom Jalen Suggs made second team All NCAA. So,
right.
USC, Iowa.
Who does Luka Garza play for? Who does Luka Garza play for? I'm not being facetious. I'm being dead serious. It's that simple for me, personally.
They were 0-4 this year against Gonzaga, Michigan, and Illinois. So
yeah,
Iowa was.
And those are teams that you'll probably go 0-4 against if you play, which is why in the next round they'll lose because they're playing Gonzaga.
Okay, well, I mean, are we gonna? At this point, Iowa shuts down Evan Mobley, and USC falls a little short.
Absolutely.
Just pick Gonzaga for the next round already.
I mean, I'm being dead serious. I mean, we don't even need to. This is not even a discussion.
I did it already.
There are some games that are conversational, and then there's just some where we're gonna keep it moving. Let's just keep it moving, baby.
I'll tell you guys a quick fun story about Gonzaga at the end.
Love it.
Okay, so
Baylor, Villanova.
Baylor.
Yeah, Baylor.
They're the better team.
Texas Tech, Ohio State.
God, man, Matt McClung is really good.
He's exciting to watch. Very good player.
I mean, Ohio State's fantastic.
I just don't see it, guys. I don't.
You don't think they pick up the pace against the Ohio State team that really plays well in the post and gets them out and running and gunning?
I just think their defense could be a liability. So
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Ohio State. You're not gonna. Hey, in case you guys haven't noticed, you're not gonna talk me into picking a better seed over the weaker team. I am.
So
if Asa is captain underdog, I am captain dynasty.
Captain favorite.
I will pick I pick the Patriots. Just check them off. Just dub. It's not even conversation.
Hey, if you guys were on our Instagram, you could have voted for if the Patriots will make the playoffs or not, and I voted no personally.
I did too. I voted.
I
no
said yes.
Oh yeah, you and my wife said yes, Andrew. So of course I got a little heated about that one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I run with Buffalo, so
okay. And then
I didn't
Baylor
think they were going to win the division.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to see Baylor make it. I want to see Baylor because they historically have not gotten this far. I think that in and of itself is a fantastic story to get behind. So
there you go.
The people of Waco, Texas will be very grateful for that pick.
Waco?
Waco. I apologize.
Have you had some guacamole from Waco, Texas?
I have not yet. I haven't had the privilege.
The only thing that I think Baylor doesn't do well is like shoot free throws, which are just you're just shooting a damn ball from the free throw line. I mean, how hard is that? Wasn't it harder to dunk a ball? Whatever.
This will be their demise when they lose to Illinois in the Final Four. In case anybody hasn't been following along, I am big on Illinois. The fight in the line, baby. Give it to me.
So this is 1 seed v 1 seed.
Yeah, I love how we didn't even say the other one yet, but just pick them. Just put Gonzaga in there. It doesn't need to be talked about. And Gonzaga's going to win, right?
So we're going Gonzaga and Illinois?
Yeah, and then big drum roll. Gonzaga's going to win.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Okay, so quick story. Back in the day when we used to, when I was in intramurals and PE, whatever, in elementary school, March Madness was coming up, and we used to have to line up on the blacktop in numbers. Like they had 80 numbers on the blacktop, just like painted on. I don't know what that was about. Whatever. I was number 10. So we all got assigned a team for the March Madness bracket. So there was 80 numbers, but there wasn't 80 students. There was 40 something, maybe 50 students for PE, and they came back through the line again twice. So they went through the 40 people, and on the second time around, I got Gonzaga, and I had already got another team, don't remember who it was, but I got Gonzaga, and I was like, you know what? I don't care about college basketball. This was when I was younger, but I don't have a college basketball team. I don't root for anybody. But ever since then, I've rooted for Gonzaga just because they were given to me as my secondary team. They were bounced in the first round that year, but I have followed them kind of low key ever since. So I'm okay with this pick of Gonzaga winning, and I don't want a close game. I want Gonzaga to finish off the perfect season, and I want them to just demolish Illinois.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. 78 to 60, 78 to 64.
Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Ace, give me the exact amount since they're your team.
Okay, Gonzaga. Let's do 89.
Oh wow.
Oh boy.
Because I was born in 89.
I like the thinking.
Illinois.
A lot of points.
That's a ton of points.
Okay. Let's do 79. Let's do 79.
There you go. That's more like it.
Because if we win this tournament bracket, hey, we might be the champs. So let's do Gonzaga 79, Illinois 55.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, blowout. I want to see Gonzaga Bulldogs just demolish them. I want everybody to be like, well, 1 seeds win all the time. Yeah, 1 seeds win. Whatever.
I've already given my take on it, bro. I've already told. I don't know how many times the better teams are ranked higher because they are better.
You heard it here first, folks.
Okay,
Breaking
guys.
news. Do-do-do, do-do-do.
Do we
So,
want to
Asa,
enter the
Asa, you wanna
2021
recap?
All-State Tourney
Enter.
Challenge?
Yeah, sure. Enter all that. Asa, do you want to give the fans a breakdown of the Final Four and let them know who we got winning it since we're finished up here?
Yeah, so thank you for sticking along with us so far, folks. We expected the show to be a half an hour. Go figure. We didn't know where we were gonna land. It's been an hour of fun for us. Trying to sweat out the first few picks that we knew nothing about, and then we just kind of just went with our gut and our intuition for the last few. We led the show off by saying we weren't 100% sure what we were going to do today, but chances are most brackets will end with Gonzaga winning. In our Final Four, we had Gonzaga beating Alabama and Illinois beating Baylor. Four extremely strong teams to make it to the Final Four. No huge underdogs there, Cinderellas. I think this isn't the year for that. Gonzaga beats Illinois in the finals by a score of 79-55. If we are completely right, we will put that on shirts. We will give away like 20 shirts. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Absolutely.
We actually will discuss some giveaways of merch in the future, but maybe for our 100th subscriber we can do when we get that, we'll do like a little small giveaway in the comments section or something like that. We just want to say thank you for hanging around with AJA. We had fun. We will be back tomorrow with a NFL special. We're going to talk about everything that happened yesterday and today while we're sleeping tonight. So that'll be a fun show. That'll probably be a very long live stream. So stick around. We'll have some protein bars and stuff like that to keep the energy up and to keep the good times rolling. We'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Thank you so much,
Thanks
guys.
for sticking around, guys.
Till then, bye.